So before we get started, in the comments, let me know what type of collector do you want to be? I'll give you some options. You could be one, a contemporary art collector to build a collection that upholds integrity in their collection and the artist's career. Or you could be two, a contemporary art collector that buys art strictly as an investment, strictly to make money fast. We like to call those the pump and dump collectors. Or you could be a combination of the two, which I think most millennials are. Now this video is about the collector with goals of upholding the integrity of their collection as well as the artist. This collector likely wants to build some type of relationship with the artist, even if it's as simple as showing up to exhibitions or artist talks. This collector likes to take advantage of the artist being alive, playing the integral role in protecting the artist and the art that they're collecting in their career. Their desire to do this often leads them to having major roles in certain artists' lives. Number two, has no interest in protecting the artist. They're trying to make this money. They have interest in making money, and they actually hurt the artist's career along the way. But we'll talk about that in another video. As far as option number three, I think it's an okay blend. I think it's actually where a lot of millennial connections fall. But again, today we're focusing on collector number one. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Mariah Elise. This is Frame. What's going on to you guys that keep on coming back? I truly appreciate you guys. And what's up to all the newbies? If you haven't realized, I talk to artists and collectors about art business, and I also dibble and dabble into doing art market analysis. You should already get a sense of who I'm talking to today. That's the collector that holds integrity in their collection and that wants to protect the artist in their career. Typically, those collectors want to have relationships with the artist. Now, there is a such thing as an artist-collector relationship. That doesn't always include dinner once a month between the two. Sometimes it does, but more importantly, it requires consistency, interest, and a desire to learn and be learned with the artist. Keep in mind, in this case, I'm talking about contemporary artists. Although there are ways to maintain relationships with artists from the past, this is about the living artist and the collector. Now listen, we've already established who's here, who's watching this. People who care genuinely about their collection and who want to establish a relationship with the artist. Now from my perspective, this is how you build those relationships that will allow you to maintain the integrity in your collection and in their career. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it is the job of the artist and the collector to have this amazing relationship. I'm saying if you're a serious collector who has seriously intertwined themselves into art culture, someone who seeks a deep understanding of the work that sits in your home, or want to take it a bit further and become a patron and really become of arts culture and the reason why certain artists become who they are, then you need to have those relationships with these living artists. Now, in a different video, we'll talk about how those relationships can catapult you into different arenas in the art world. So here are 6 ways, in my opinion, how you can build a relationship with an artist. Number 6, in my opinion, is the most important. But here goes number 1. Show up and be present. Stay in the know and know when to show up. When an artist has an exhibition, if you're able to show up and support, do that. As an artist, there is nothing more gratifying than a face becoming familiar at exhibitions. Support by showing up repeatedly and not only seeing them, engaging with them. They'll appreciate it. Let them know what you think about the exhibition. Talk to them about your favorite piece. Share perspectives. These conversations make a difference, and it makes it difficult for them to forget you. And be sure to follow them on their social media platforms. When they post something, like it, comment it, let them know what's up. Let them know that you're into it. Don't stop there. Repost it. Repost their work. Tell your audience what you like about this artist. This will make a huge difference with your relationship with that artist, but it'll also let your audience know and the people that follow you know that you're into art. Not that that's important, but it is good for other collectors to know that you're a collector and other artists to know that you're a collector as well. If they have a website, sign up to get notifications so you know everything that they're gonna do, so you can seamlessly follow their career. Now, don't go doing the most to where you become overbearing and annoying. Relationships don't happen overnight. It's a marathon, and allow it to be that. Number 2, donate when you can. Be a patron of the artist that you love. You are doubling in supporting and maintaining a relationship to where the artist recognizes your support outside of collecting the work. I won't say that it is necessary for the relationship, but it is vital in the artist giving you information and possibly first looks. This might sound like a lot of give and no take, but the artists have a job to do as well. And again, we'll cover that in a different video. But until then, check out my video about staying studio ready, where I'm telling the artist what to do in order to adhere to the collector when a collector comes to a studio visit. And if you're following me and you're still here and this is good information, go ahead and hit that like button, give me that thumbs up. It helps the algorithm and it allows me to know if I'm giving you guys good information. Now we're on tip number 3. Tip number 3 is to understand the artist's perspective. Understand a little bit about the artist's perspective before we even get to visiting their studio. You kind of want to know where they're coming from. Although you've stayed in the know, you've gone to their shows, you've gone to their exhibitions, you've donated. At this point, I hope you have some type of idea what the artist's perspective is and why you align with their perspective. Be able to share that with the artist so you guys can have a conversation about why you specifically align with their work. Number 4, visit the artist studio and be social. I've spoken to artists about how to have a great studio visit, but now this point is about how important it is for the collectors to actually schedule studio visits. When you're there, respect the space that is energized with the artist's vibes. Be engaging and be ready to talk and listen as much as you can, because your role as a collector is to be a learner and a protector, and to build your own perspective. And you have to know why you want to be a collector, especially of this specific artist. Before you even visit the studio, you kind of want to know why you want to collect that work. Have some type of an idea. That known premise will help guide your studio visit, and it will allow it to be a two-way street between the artist and the collector. Listen, one of the most important things is number 5, collect the work. It's one thing to show up, it's one thing to donate money, but it's a whole different thing to actually collect their work and have it in your home and be able to speak about it to people that come into your home and be able to, say, I love this artist so much. Not only do I go to their exhibitions, not only have I visited their studio, not only have I donated to them, I collect their work as well. Now you're a well-rounded collector of this specific artist. Again, I know this sounds like a lot of give and take. I know it does, but building your collection and having these relationships with these artists will only enhance your collection. But even more importantly than collecting the work is number 6, have integrity. It's a huge conversation being had right now between older collectors and younger collectors. A lot of young collectors are collecting work and flipping work from artists that are on the rise. They're flipping this work all throughout the market. And when people do this too fast, especially when the artist doesn't have institutional support, yeah, you might run their prices up, but if you go too fast with anything, you're gonna crash and burn. Allow their careers to move efficiently and steadily while you support them, so that the artist can garner that institutional and gallery support that they will need to hold their primary market down before they reach the secondary market. As a collector, you're the protector and the guarder of the work. And before you sell it, you want to make sure you've done everything you can to help raise the value of that specific piece or pieces within your collection. The smart thing to do is to hold and be strategic with the rest of your collection, so collectively they support one another. If an artist can align with collectors and get collectors that think like that think about the entire collection and raising the value of their collection, or really supporting the artist and holding the artist down that they really love and support in order to raise the value, in order to protect their work, then they've come into something super special. Now, I want you guys to save this video and revisit it as you go through these steps with different artists. And if you have any questions, let's talk in the comments. Pretty soon, I'll be starting a Patreon to have a community for these conversations. There's where I'll do the majority of my art market analysis. I also want to point out a website where you guys could use to really manage your collection, which is artcollector.io. Again, that's artcollector.io. This video is not sponsored by them, but I'm a huge supporter of that platform. And collectors, before you leave, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And if you're feeling real froggy, jump into my comments. And visit my website, which is www.eliseartgroup.com. There you can see about 3 artists that I work with constantly. And if you want to buy any of their work, just email me at info@eliseartgroup.com. All right, guys, that's all I have. If that's all you have, then I'll see you guys next week. Holla.